Hi, welcome to WealthBee. In this video I'm going to give you a quick overrun of how the product works and some of the features that you should know about. So we're on the home page right now. I'm going to click on sign in to take myself to the dashboard. So this is an account that I've been trading for a little while, so it's already populated with data, but what we'll do today is we'll start from a bare bones account and slowly populate it and explain the features as we go. So in terms of the way this is laid out, on the left hand side you have a sidebar. The sidebar can be open and closed with this button here, as well as by clicking the edge of the sidebar as well. On the sidebar you have an account picker, and this is where you'll add multiple portfolios and be able to switch between them very quickly. The Manage Portfolios page will allow you to add new portfolios and rename existing ones. You have the dashboard, which is what we're looking at right now, and that shows your high-level analytics. The positions page are aggregated positions made up of transactions. So what that means is for each position there may be multiple transactions, such as this one, which is how the broker processed the position. So they bought 2 and they also bought 3, probably at slightly different prices but in different lots. Rather than show you different lines, we decided it would be easier to show them as a single position line. And then you have the transactions page. On the transactions page you have the individual transactions, and this is where you'll do most of your tagging. The cash flows page shows individual cash flows from your brokerage if they're supported, and the calendar page shows you your trades by day and the P&L for different days. You have the prices page as well. Most of the time people won't use this page, but if you have a custom or an unlisted asset, such as say a house, an RSU, something that probably isn't available to the wider public, then you can come in here, and once you've added the trade you can set your own individual price for it. So let's start from a fresh account. So on the left hand side I'm going to select my new portfolio that I set up earlier, and you can see here we now have no transactions. So a couple of things to note. Along the top you have a filter bar, and in here you can set different filters to filter based on the current portfolio. You can also see other settings along the side, and these will vary by page. And we also have an Add Assets page. The Help button will show you articles related to the page that you're on, and we also have a link to Discord and our support chat. So the first thing you want to do is either manually enter your trades, which you can do from this menu here, and you can do equities or options, or you can upload your trades. Now with some of these brokers we have automatic sync, such as Schwab, Interactive Brokers and E-Trade, and for all of these brokers we have CSV upload. So if you click on one of those, you'll be shown the instructions below and a box at the top which you can click on to upload your trades. If you want to set up automatic updates, then click on automatic updates here and then add the configuration. There's usually some instructions below. What we'll do now is we'll switch back to my other account and we'll show you the process of tagging trades. So I've switched to my other portfolio, we'll just wait for that to load. Once you've uploaded your trades, you'll see the list in here. These are the individual transactions. And what you can do is you can check on either one or many or a whole group of trades. And this is how you would tag them. So you've got a couple of options. You've got the book, which is a high level grouping of the trades. In my case this is automatically set by Schwab, but I could change it to something else. You could also say it could be a family member's name, it could be a corporation, it could be a geographic region. It's just a way to logically group it. There's no wrong or right way to use this. Your position name and your strategy. So I tend to use my position name to group together similar trades. So for instance, in ACHR I'm now in a long call. In my DJT position I had naked puts, and in Oracle I've got a long call, a short put as well. But if you're doing a more complex trade like a poor man's covered call, like I have right now on Nvidia, I've grouped those together. And the reason you do that is because it lets you see metrics about that position or that group of transactions at an aggregated level. And I'll show you how that works and why that's useful. The strategy allows you to filter on that strategy on any page, regardless of what the position group is. And then tagging, you can use it however you like, but again, it's just used for filtering. And then you can add any notes. Once you've done that, hit save, and this will be unchecked. And once you've done that tagging, then you can head over to the positions page. So from the left-hand bar, we'll click on positions, and you can see that those individual trades have been aggregated up a level. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to filter from this top menu by open positions only to make the page a little bit simpler. To the left of that, we also have a grouping button as well, and this allows you to view your data in a slightly different way. So I'm just going to click on grouping and go to no grouping. Now this is more similar to what you'd see in your broker. So you can see here, I've got a long call signified by the positive quantity, and I've got a short put, and a short call and a long call as well. This is useful if you want to just see the line items that are open, but most of the time you're going to be in one of these groups views. So I'm going to explain the layout of this page. On the left hand side of the table you've got the columns button, and in here you can add lots of different metrics that will be aggregated for each group. So for instance, I've got market value and return on premium enabled, and they're on the right hand side here. The book you can set by right clicking, as opposed to going to the transactions page, right clicking and clicking on allocate to new book or assign to an existing book. You can also clear it. You can also select any of these groups and you can allocate them to a position group, or if you wanted to, you can do it a different way. So with this poor man's covered call, what I'll do is I'll just allocate this to a new group. In fact, I'll clear it, and you'll see that I now have a no position group within NVIDIA. I'll just close the other ones. You can either right click and assign it to that group, you can go to the transactions page, or you can just click and drag it into the other group to group it easily. Once you do that, you'll see that all your positions get recalculated and you can view aggregated metrics on the line above. So for instance, we've got return on premium, market value, but we've also got things like cost basis and your actual premium. Any of these columns can be resized or moved around, and any of these columns can also be filtered or pinned or aggregated or grouped in different ways. Once you've done this, yes, it's useful to see your 49% on a strategy. You can double click on any of these line items and pull up a group and see the individual trades. Clicking on any of those trades, you'll see the notes that you've added against them. Clicking on historical chart will bring up a chart of the current stock price and allow you to see your entry and exit positions. So you can see here, I bought this call at the bottom and I sold a call at the top. Once you've grouped and tagged all your data, you can then view analytics about it, which is the fun part. So the way I use this is to keep an eye on which positions I'm in across different portfolios, to keep an eye on what my return on premium is, as well as my real P&L. Now the reason this is useful is because in some brokers, and I won't name which ones, the actual P&L is incorrect if you're rolling options or getting assigned. Whereas this is based on your real assignment price rather than what the trade price was at the time you were assigned, which is what some brokers do. So this gives you your real P&L as opposed to the kind of skewed P&L that some brokers have. Now we can head over to the dashboard, and on the dashboard there's a couple of things to know. First one is all of these widgets can be moved around and resized. There's also different layouts for different page widths, so if you narrow your page, it will all reorder and you can reshape it for that size. So if you want to see certain metrics on mobile, you can resize them for that size of screen. You can go to Edit Insights and pick from our Insights list. A lot of different insights. You've got some here such as uncovered equity positions. And for all of these, if you want to review your real data, at the top right, click on Display Your Own Data. And in here, you'll see a list of insights with your data in here, as opposed to the example data. Now, if this is a little bit too big, you can also click on List View and view the individual line items as well. Clicking on any of these and then hitting Save Updates will add them to your dashboard. And then, as I said before, you can click and resize these to make them a little bit more easy to read. So that's it for the demo of how the product works. Now I'm going to move on to some of the business features. So if you're a retail user and you're not particularly interested in that, you can carry on using the application or feel free to watch. So for the business features, we offer API and we offer embedded dashboards. To access those, you'll need to contact us so we can activate it. But here's a quick demo. So if we go to the settings page, we have an API keys and an embedding page. I've already set up my API keys, but if I go to the embeddings page, what you would do is you select your API key, select your portfolio, select whether you want a single insight or a dashboard, and we'll do the dashboard example first. Pick the dashboard, pick the theme, set the background color, and then this code is generated, which you can copy into your web page. And what that will do is generate a dedicated page that looks like this, which you can embed into your website. Now we feature this on our enterprise page. The other option as well is to generate a single insight as well. So you can see in here, I clicked on single insight, it will generate this, and this can also be embedded into your website as well. You can see it here, we have an embedded dashboard showing those different insights, and they can be embedded anywhere into any website or app. And we also have individual insights as well, which can be embedded. So you can see here, these are all real time, updated as the portfolio updates, along with these different widgets. Now the nice thing about this is if you use this in combination with an API, you can upload portfolios, manage them remotely, and then also have these insights generated automatically for you, which makes it very, very simple to present portfolio analytics. And that is it.